here we are in Pilcher Park. We're in Skunk Cabbage Hollow. This is a wetland area, and our first plant we're going to talk about is the skunk cabbage. It's the first flower of the year in the woodland, and many people look forward to the arrival of this plant. Actually, in February, the plant will come up through the snow and it will melt the snow. And that's the favorite part I have about this plant, is that it melts the snow. This plant can heat up to about 36 degrees above the ambient temperature of the air. Now, the neat thing about this plant, and it'll do that for about 2 weeks, is that it creates a safe haven for little creatures to come out. Honeybees, flies, beetles, they'll come and they'll warm themselves. Now, this plant here, as it comes up, it almost looks bud-like. To me, it reminds me of a little wizard's hat. It's purple and green and yellow, and it swirls. It will break open, and with this is called the spathe on the outside. Within the inside, the flower is actually that little club-like thing you see in there. It's kind of flesh-colored, and there's little sepals that come out of it, and they're a yellowish green. Now, they do have pollen in there, and as the bugs go in there, they brush against the pollen, and that's how they get pollen from plant to plant. You'll see on the side here, these are the leaves that will be coming up in late spring and early summer, and they'll get about 2 feet tall. This plant does also give off an odor, hence the name skunk cabbage. Some people say it smells skunky, some people like dead meat, others like garlic. During the period where it's heating, some folks can actually smell a slight odor. If you do crush the plant, you do get more of an odor. The odor also attracts, the bees don't like it so much, but the flies that would normally appear when there's rotting meat, they do love this plant. Now, the newest thing that I've learned about this plant is it's like a little habitat in itself, because spiders will come here, and some of them will put webs across the opening, and that will attract, they'll catch their prey there, the little flies that come in, or the beetles. Another interesting fact about this is that it creates a little vortex. Because this plant does heat up so much, the heat actually rises and goes out of the plant, but cold air comes in, and it's a continual process, and it's just a very neat little plant. The plant itself does contain calcium oxalate, a chemical compound. So if you were to eat the leaves or any part of the plant, it would cause a burning sensation. Any part of this plant that was used by Indians or later pioneers, the plant had to be dried to deactivate the calcium oxalate. So this is our first plant of the spring in the woodland area, skunk cabbage. It's my favorite plant in the spring. And this has been our Just a Blooming moment.